Lesson 5. Malala continues to speak out. Part 1. What is this story about? You must not sing. You must not listen to music. You must not dance. You must not watch television. You must not read. You must not learn. You must not have big hopes. You must not leave the house alone. These are some of the rules that the Taliban, an extreme group of Islam, have made. They make women and girls in the Swat Valley in Pakistan follow the rules. People there are afraid that the Taliban will injure or kill them if they don't obey the Taliban. This is the story of a young girl who has been fighting against all of these injustices. She decided to educate herself and many other women and children around the world. Her name is Malala Yousafzai. She was born on the 12th of July, 1997. She is an education activist who comes from a small town in Pakistan. Part 2. According to Malala, what is needed to build a peaceful and prosperous society? Malala has been educated by her father, Ziauddin Yousafzai, since her early years. He is also an education activist and runs several schools. They often talk about education until late at night. Malala's sense of justice was born when she was young. One day, some small children were doing something in a smelly garbage dump. Her father told Malala they were looking for something to exchange for a little money to support their families. She felt very sad about that and prayed, "Please give me the power to make this world better." In January 2009, at the age of 11, Malala got the chance to write a diary for the BBC about life under the Taliban. In those days, the Taliban ruled over the Swat Valley. They stopped girls from going to school and destroyed many girls' schools. In opposition to that, Malala continued to speak out and became an advocate for girls' education. She said, "We need education to build a peaceful and prosperous society. My belief is that if women are educated, we will see this world change." Part 3. What happened to Malala in October 2012? In October 2012, one of the Taliban got on Malala's school bus and asked the girls which one was Malala. None of them spoke, but a few turned their eyes toward her. The man suddenly shot Malala and she fell down on the floor. She was carried to a hospital at once. The doctors began to operate on Malala's brain because the left side of it had been damaged and had swollen up. In a 3-hour operation, they removed a bullet from her shoulder and cut out a piece of her skull to lower the pressure on her brain. But Malala remained unconscious in a very bad condition for days, while hundreds of thousands of people all over the world were praying for her survival and quick recovery. It was miraculous that Malala began to get better little by little. Then she was moved to a hospital in the UK for a higher level of care. Part 4. How did Malala's message change the world? Malala finally woke up a week after the shooting. What came into her mind was, "Thanks be to God, I'm not dead. Thanks to the prayers of many people, God has given me a second life and made me strong enough not to fear anything. That's why I want to put all my life into serving people in return. Malala rose up again strongly like a phoenix and on her 16th birthday spoke up in front of the UN Youth Assembly. She insisted that all governments should ensure free, compulsory education for every child and freedom and equality for women. She spoke not only to the listeners, but also to all people, and concluded her speech with this beautiful line like a poem. One child, one teacher, one pen, and one book can change the world. Malala's message touched the hearts of many people, and the world started to move forward. Her words and ideas have been spreading far and wide around the globe and giving more and more people the courage to fight for their basic human rights.